Into that, I'm finna go live right now and shit. Yo, 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 what's going on with y'all beautiful people, man? What's the word? MacWorld live daily. Got my homeboy in the house, my homeboy too. Y'all always see on the chat throwing up the fist. You gotta throw the fist up in real life today and shit. And it's his birthday today, man. You know what I'm saying? Wish him a happy birthday, man. You know, this is a special day. We done crossed the threshold, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna give him the 4-gun salute, you know. But yeah, you know, we got this first little 30 minutes. I mean, not 30 minutes, but you know, this first 2 minutes we gotta go where we can't really, you know, use no swear words. So we gonna keep it nice and kosher. How y'all doing today, man? It's what is it today? It's Thursday, right?
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. We almost there. We almost at the end of the week. We done made it. We had some pretty good weather this week. Today is the second day of fall. Weather changing a little bit, getting a little bit cooler. All the games finna start. Football back on. When do basketball start, bro? October or something?
Yeah, I usually like late October. I think late October this year.
Yeah, okay. Basketball in October. Football going right now. I've been playing that NBA Live. Hold on, let me see if I could cuss about it yet. Let me see if we 2 minutes in yet, because I got to cuss about that. I said NBA Live, that NBA 2K and shit. But nah, it's man, y'all gotta let me know what's going on. What's going on with my ankles, man? They keep breaking my ankles. Nah. Nah, I got a playmaking shot creator. It's cold though. You put a player together and then it lets you know what kind of player you made. Man, I be coming across people. It'd be like, man, a 3-way glass cleaner. I'd be like, bro, what the Hold on. I'd be like, bro, what the fuck is that?
Hell the fuck no.
A 3-way glass cleaner. Like, bro, what type of shit is y'all building on this game, bro? I'm just getting back into it. So y'all niggas, right? Y'all niggas building these mutants and shit at the park, bro. Like, I go up to the park and everybody walk away. They see my level and shit. They don't even want to hoop with me. They just walk off the court, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't be doing the Mac like this, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to stream my 2K footage, but I ain't gonna let y'all stream. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna stream with y'all niggas doing me like that.
Hell the fuck no.
Like a no skin on Fortnite, dog.
Y'all niggas treating me like a no skinner on Fortnite, like Two said, man. Y'all can't be doing me like that, man. For real, for real. But yeah, man, we got some interesting topics for y'all today. That we gonna get into. I give y'all a quick you know, rundown of them before we get into this intro music. I like my intro music that I used yesterday. You know what I'm saying? That shit was banging. But we gonna find something though. But nah, we talking about Afrofuturism, which is basically like a forward-thinking model of the culture. You know what I mean? Instead of always talking about what the hell we been through and talking about, man, what they think and how they fit into racism and trying to get them to understand what it mean to us. It's about just doing what we got to do and building and, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. So I wanted to get into that because that's something that I kind of look at my channel as an Afrofuturist channel. I'm focused on what we got ahead of us. You know what I mean? Not what's behind us, necessarily what we've been through and everything like that. What that serve is the purpose of, you know, making sure that we don't go down those same roads again. What don't kill you make you stronger, but it ain't for you to keep just, you know, living in that pain and shit like that. So that's what I'm on. We gotta, you know, get off of that. Then another thing I'm gonna talk about as far as our futures, yeah. Us, you know, coming together as a people, kind of run into my topic of black men dating overseas. My guy, he say it's just some international tricking going on and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I was, you know, my mom, y'all that know me, y'all know my mom from another country or whatever. My mom is from Kenya. And I think it's a cultural thing. And I'm gonna show y'all a panel with a panel full of women debating about the black men, and they was kind of going back and forth on that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we'll look and see what y'all feel about that, see what y'all thinking. Get into it. Yeah, so then the last one I'm gonna talk about is I'm gonna talk about hold on, let me see what that last thing. Oh yeah, the Sauce Walker interview on $1 Million Worth of Game. He was dropping some knowledge on that joint. Some stuff y'all need to hear, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna let y'all check that out, and you know, we gonna go from there. Yeah, but so let's get into this music, man. This my homeboy Relly right here. I'm going to play this music. MacWorld Live Tuesday 9/22. Let's go. It's just your cool one. It's just, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna do this one night.
I've been waiting. Yeah, bitch, I'm waiting. 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 I've been waiting. Reparations, pay me what you owe me, cause I'm insane in the membrane, homie. Bitch, I'm too above the law. They pajama clean on me, that's that die hard. I've been moving Whitney, I'm the bodyguard. Fuck around with us and you be missing all your body parts. I've been working out, counting money like I'm counting carbs. Sleeping since Seattle, so I party like it's Mardi Gras. Aloha, that's how I greet 'em. Ain't nobody ever gave me shit, nigga, boy, the reason I was cleaning up my act. I'll forever be a heathen. I'm a natural born killer, use a shooter for a season. I'm a king. Ain't no ballin' on the court. Bitch, I'll shoot you in your face. Yeah, this the contest, boy, homie. I've been waiting. Yeah, bitch, I'm waiting. 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 Yeah, bitch, I'm waiting. Yeah, bitch, I'm waiting. Yeah, bitch, I'm waiting.
Yo, MacWorld, what's going on with y'all people today, man? Like I told y'all before, I got my homeboy in the house. Shit, you know, he done fell through the bless the podcast. You know what I'm saying? We talking about some real shit on this thing here. First and foremost, right? We talking about this dating, black men dating overseas, getting your passport. Now I'm gonna say this though. When I originally came up with this topic and when I decided I was finna have this topic, right, my original topic was gonna be a little bit different, and that's why I put the girl in the thumbnail, right? My original topic was gonna be, instead of us dating overseas, and it's a push for us to get these passports and, you know what I'm saying, branch out and so on and so forth, right? I was wondering, like, women is already traveling at a not, I ain't gonna say alarming rate, but y'all are traveling at a way higher rate than men are, you know what I'm saying? So like, why ain't y'all dating overseas? Why ain't y'all dating other cultures? What do y'all be doing when y'all be traveling? What's the point of going out of town just to do the same shit you would do in town? Cause it's like, I think about it like this, and I was thinking about it like, man, you know, we gonna speak freely, man. I know that thing get hot, you know what I'm saying? Just like niggas go get horny, whatever. I know that thing get hot, right? So you out of town and all that, you know, whatever. You gonna see somebody you like or just whatever. And let's just say you leave, even go a step further, leave the country, whatever. Why don't y'all try dating people from other cultures, man? Have y'all ever thought about that? Bless other cultures with y'all special brand of, you know, love that y'all give us black men. You know, y'all special brand of understanding that y'all give us. Like, try that shit on like an Arab or like, you know what I'm saying? Like an Asian, try an Asian dude, something like that, or just whatever. It's interesting though, because like my guy too right here, my brother, he was like, yeah, he think that shit is some BS. A nigga who charming and disarming, you know what I'm saying? He gonna make it happen wherever he at. God damn it, you know what I mean? But I was saying it's more of a cultural thing, I think, and that's what I think it is. It lean more towards it being a cultural thing, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily people going over there and being like, okay, I just want to have it my way, and so I just need to go over here and get somebody else other than somebody that's not gonna let me have it my way. It's like, it's a whole different, like I said, my mom is from a different culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole different experience when you are dealing with somebody that's from a different culture than you are, you know what I mean? And I think people are leaning more towards that. They are looking like, okay, I want to see what's going on, like what else is out here. So I'm gonna let y'all see what they say on the panel or whatever. You know, I like to tap y'all in and shit. So I'm gonna start y'all right here. This is Average Black Man Unplugged. So shout out to his podcast or whatever. And the panel of black women discussing shit. You know, black men go overseas to find wives and shit. So let's talk about it. Let's go. See what they got to say.
I think a lot of them try to find women abroad is because their culture is different. It's the way that they were raised, because they all like to say black women don't listen. Well, in the United States,
American, then that would mean it would be American women don't listen, because really we're a diverse nation.
American. So I think when the men say in the whole manosphere or whatever, like, it's time to get the passport, fellas, and go overseas and get one, they want one that is coming from a different culture, that is made to listen and submit and not have an issue with those things. Because let's be honest, most American women, they have a problem with that word submission.
Hey, she was like, most American women. Like, you know what you was trying to say. You ain't want to say it. You know what you wanted to say. I ain't gonna say it either, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get canceled neither. Shit. Let's go.
They really do. And I don't understand the big deal behind it. But to each is his own. So I think when they make those statements, it's like, let me get somebody that has a different culture, a different mindset, where they were born and raised to just specifically cater and please a man. I mean,
you win.
It's the easy way. You can mold them how you want them to be.
I think
I'm talking about that real fast, right? So that was coming from a woman. That, as y'all see, you know what I'm saying? If you listening, you know it's some Transformers and shit out here. But if you listening and not watching, that was a woman. You know what I mean? And it's talking about, you know, basically men are looking for somebody from a different culture because of the submission factor. They want somebody that they feel like is gonna listen, somebody that they feel like, you know, is gonna see them in that light. I would say this, man, all the time, you know, I'm not trying to prove how strong I am by sparring with my B word every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want a sparring partner and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get somebody that, if I am going that route, that I feel like I could build with. You know what I'm saying? That I feel like we could do some shit together. So if it's a constant gauge of, you know, a game of like, who wear the pants, or whose word is over whose word, then it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And I would just say it like this, man. Like, I don't know a lot of guys and shit, and it's just me speaking as a guy. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Knock that shit out, man.
So I can't speak for everybody. This is me speaking as a guy though, but I don't know a lot of guys that's looking for like a woman, or that I done heard that be like, man, I'm just looking for a woman to lead me, man. I'm just looking for a woman that's a leader, man. But I be hearing a lot of girls saying they looking for a guy that's a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they'll do this and they'll do that. Like, and I remember having this conversation with this girl before I put her out my car. We was talking about gender roles and shit like that, and I got fed up with the conversation and had to drop her back off where I found her at, right? But I said, how do you think gender roles even came about? Do you think like the primordial first asshole came along and decided like, we men and we gonna do this, and y'all women, so y'all gonna do that? Or do you think it was because our physiology, y'all had the breast to breastfeed the child, y'all gave birth to the child and carried the child, while we still had the capacity to hunt and work and do stuff like that? So do you think it was just more of an evolution of our physiology, or we should have had a discussion back then, a primordial discussion about what roles we were gonna play? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, come on now. Ain't no need of trying to rewrite shit based on, like they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? And you try to fix this shit, you gonna fuck around and break something if it wasn't broke. And you might think you improving it, but that's where the saying "leave well enough alone" come in at, right? So that's what I think. What you think, man? Would you date a woman over from overseas and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? To try out like a different culture or whatever. What you think, Two Guns?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the appeal of it. You know what I mean? I would hope, like, you know what I mean? Because you know, my other thought is just there's some high level tricking shit going on right here. Like, you gotta travel far.
That's a long journey.
It's a long journey, man. And just was some chat, dog. And I'm just being real. Like, I'm more efficient with my money than that. So I wouldn't fuck my money up that way just for that objective. If that's the case.
But what about if you felt like, okay, I'm looking for a wife, like I'm finna settle my ass down?
That's what it is. Then I mean, it will have to be purely because I enjoy this certain culture. Like, I studied this culture. I like the aspects of this culture. This culture is like something exotic to me, and it's something I want to be a part of. And so I want to marry into this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I think that, yeah, that may be it. But I think that it's only certain type of individuals that are like that though too. You know what I'm saying? Because
Facts.
I don't think a person like me or you would go to that extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we ran across a girl from a different culture here in the U.S. and we just so happen to be in the proximity of her, and you know what I'm saying, we could date her and it's something organic, like it come together organically, then yeah, that would happen. But I don't think that we would just go out and seek that though. Like, just
that's a good point.
Really make a hard effort towards that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think
That's a
it's
good
certain
point.
dude that do that. You know what I mean? Like it's a certain dude that a certain man that do that. And I think that's a
That would go there specifically for that reason.
For
you know
that.
what I'm saying? And not it not happen organically.
Yeah.
I agree 100% with that.
For that, man. I think that a lot of them dudes, me, this is my personal opinion. I think a lot of them dudes got low self-esteem. They've been abused by women, you know what I mean? Like they really legitimately been abused by women, and they got some trauma that they ain't really just, you know what I'm saying, reconciled, and so that's their coping mechanism, or that's their way of a solution to not be hurt like that again, is that I'm gonna go get something so fucking foreign from the chick that, you know what I'm saying, the chick that I see on a daily or stuff like that, that I'm about to go halfway across the world for. You know?
Right, so like my homeboy said, like intent got a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I could definitely say I do like and I can appreciate some other cultures, right? So if I came across a chick from another culture, and I like shit that's different, you know what I'm saying? So if I came across a woman from another culture, or even if I went over there, you know what I'm saying, and I found somebody I like, that's one thing. But if you going over there and it's like Pokemon, like, man, I'm going to catch one, like I gotta go catch, like gotta catch them all, or just gotta catch one in the wild and snag her back to the United States, or just however, that's different. That's a little bit desperate right there, you know what I'm saying?
That's wild.
Like it's when it's an extension of your options is one thing. When it's like I'm going because I feel like I'm out of options, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't got no options. That's a whole different thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right now, if I'm going on a trip and I'm single, you know what I mean, I'm probably gonna knock something down. You know what I mean? I don't care where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's probably what's gonna happen. That's man. I'm gonna knock something down there. So if I'm in China, it's gonna be a local Chinese girl. It's gonna happen organically because she gonna, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may happen, right? But I'm not fascinated with Chinese culture to the point where I'm like, I want to marry into this, and so now I'm going to take this grand ass excursion to Beijing province to get Maylene. You get what I'm saying? It's not, you know what I mean? I'm not going to look for my Maylene, though. Like that happened. Like, man, if that was the case, I would meet her here. She would. I mean, I don't know, dog. That's something I can't comprehend. That's something I would never go out.
You got these sites and you got these like initiatives and stuff by different people, and you know they talked about she said the manosphere. I don't know if y'all heard her say that. She's talking about something they call the manosphere, which is like just the space for men to talk about all this different stuff now on the internet. You know they gotta brand everything, right? But you will see these sites in a lot of these manosphere discussions where they advocated just like that. And that to me, that shit I would feel uncomfortable under those pretenses. Like they advertise it like go over there because the women here is like this. So like go over there because the women there is like that. And the one thing I feel like is absent from that narrative is like, bro, you gonna be who you is no matter where the fuck you go. You know what I'm saying? So even if you go over there and shit, you got Cheetos dripping down your chest. You know what I'm saying? You got bad hygiene, a neck beard and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Booger hanging out your nose, breath smelling, you know what I'm saying? Ungodly and shit. You go overseas, you take that shit show on the roads, you still gonna be the same person. So if you going over there in the spirit of like, I don't want to work on nothing about myself, I'm going where, like, don't go over there thinking I'm going over here because these people gonna accept anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of them things where they kind of, I don't feel like everybody do that, and everybody that advocate for dating overseas do that. Like the woman said, a lot of times it's just a cultural thing, because my guy pointed out something in the video, and I'll see if I could go back to the graphic. But, you know, because the lady was like, at the beginning of the video, she was like, she don't got no problem with men dating, you know, overseas or whatever, as long as the women is black still, right? So My bad, y'all. My audio was fucked off. So no, you can't really see what it said at the top right here, but I got this graph and it say the 10 countries with the largest black populations outside of Africa. And if you look at the top, then it's Brazil. The United States ain't even first. So it's a lot of black people in other countries outside the United States. You know what I mean?
Let me try around that though. Like I seen a video, and it was like a discussion between like black men. It was like 8 of them, and they were all talking about how they go to Brazil to date women. You know what I'm saying? To date the Brazilian women, and they was kind of like talking about that whole like they ain't got to deal with the attitude that the sisters have at home and all that, right? They were talking about it like real slick and trying to jazz it up like they was on some quote unquote peace shit, but man, the underlying tone of it sounded like some weak ass shit. Like, okay, bro, like, yeah, man, but you telling me like you can't? I don't know, man. Like you can't.
Like you look at it more like them niggas running. Like they running.
That's because I don't want to obviously get into females ammo on that shit that they be talking about it with it too. But it's also.
You just saying it ain't nothing to look at like it's no player shit.
It ain't.
Nah, man. Hey, so look, I'ma boil it down to this before I switch to the next topic and shit. I'ma boil it down to this, right? Before I go to the next thing, like if you own some of that shit, be going over there looking for a wife. You know what I'm saying? If you want some of that shit, like because you're marrying into a culture, you better be going over there to make yourself, to make one of them village women, an honest woman, nigga, and get her up out having to boil that well water and all that shit and everything that come with it. Don't go over there to the village trying to be the biggest player. Nah, man, cause look, I got village people in my you're not finna go to the village with the biggest yam, and you're not about to try to take over the village. You ever going over there to find your wife? You know what I'm saying? Right. Don't come over there flossing and shit in the village goat. You know but you get what I'm saying though. Like, bro, don't be going over there like that, bro. Cause the way he talking, that's contrary to anything that I'm for. Don't be going over there like that, like you a player in the village. You know what I'm saying?
Like you just came off the fucking boat, you know what I'm saying? And just, you the king. This nigga gonna arrive like motherfucking Prince Ali on Aladdin. You remember that part? When Aladdin came rich as a motherfucker down the streets and shit, like he was a real prince. Like, yeah, he shitted on everybody. Like,
that's talking about on the animated series and shit.
Yo, in the movie, Aladdin, you remember, dog? Oh my god! So it's the part that everybody remember in Aladdin when Aladdin got the genie and shit, and he acted like he was rich to get Princess Jasmine. This nigga came with a fucking procession. I'm talking about with like 1 million motherfucking elephants. I mean, everybody was holding gold and shit, nigga.
And Aladdin was poor as shit. He was the original slum dog. Fuck you mean, you know what I'm saying? He came in there Monte Cristo and shit.
Oh my god.
Faking it till he making it and shit.
That's how that shit is, man.
But yeah, that's funny as hell. So yeah, go over there. We gonna wrap that up with go over there with your intentions good. And speaking of good intentions, that kind of slide me to my next topic because it's still on kind of like black people and our intentions being good and just the scope of what we doing, how we trying to do it, how we approach these things that we do. A lot of times, they say stuff like we can't work together, stuff like that. They say that, it's a lot of trauma, like generational curses and so on and stuff like that. A lot of people, they talk about like, well, it's circumstances that's on us that we can't do nothing about it. My favorite, not my favorite, but the one I hate the fucking most is, man, that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? I hate that shit. So I want to get into something called AFROFUTURISM, which is like basically my approach to everything that I do when I approach anything that got to do with how I'm moving as a black man, like within the culture, just whatever, how I feel I guess you could say my responsibility as a whole, and that's kind of how I kind of try to center this channel. And for the most part, you know, it just got something to do with like thinking about where you want to be at, not thinking about where you coming from. You know what I'm saying? We came from a place of a lot of trauma shit. We didn't come over here as tourists. They didn't bring us over here on a work contract. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no plan for us beyond bringing us over here and enslaving the shit out of us black folks. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed one thing as being a real live African American for real, like my dad from America, my mom from Africa. I've been raised like equally with two parts of both of the cultures, and I got a lot from both of them. And one thing I could say is a lot of what they took from black people is them being able to identify with their culture. You know what I'm saying? And they did that for a specific reason, because when you take away somebody past, you know what I mean, then they don't have nothing to their foundation. They got to keep trying to build a foundation, and they got to keep trying to build from here. You know what I'm saying? And so what they try to do is they try to make your new bottom line when they go into your black history is only slavery and civil rights. They don't want you to make that connection to back when we had cities of gold over in Africa and shit, and like just I'm talking about I couldn't even go down the list. The first universities, just a lot of things, man. One day maybe I'll take a show and just go through all the shit that y'all might not even know that was there before the scramble, and that's what really happened. It wasn't the slavery wholesale that they try to say happened where it's Africans sold Africans, because back then, I hope y'all know, they made what we call Africa. Back then, the African wasn't like, man, we in Africa, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't call it Africa and shit. Like, you know, they ain't like, and even where you see the shape of Africa, that's not even how that continent is shaped. It's connected to the Middle East and everything, but the people that make the maps also make history. So what I'm talking about and what I'm proposing and how I'm moving and moving forward and advocating is Afrofuturism. We know what the fuck we been through. We know the value of that shit, and we got to take that, process that shit, and have that discussion really amongst ourselves. And that's another you know, facet of my channel too, man. I'm talking to my people. Like, you know, anybody could hear the discussion. It's open to everybody and shit, but you got to understand, I'm speaking with a certain understanding already in mind of who the fuck this message gonna go to. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta say it. I gotta bring it a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep that shit. I gotta keep it official tissue for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like my homeboy said. And you know, just that's how we rocking this shit. So I'm gonna let y'all see this little video where this guy, he kind of explained it a little bit more. He explained it a little bit better than I can. But yeah, so check it out, Afrofuturism. It's important. It's something that I really want y'all to listen to this too. This is important right here. You know what I mean? So check this shit out. Don't pay no attention to this nigga looking like David Banner with some Cyclops goggles on and a Juneteenth shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's the message. It's the message. Let's go.
Through various artistic mediums including music, art, poetry, literature, and fashion. Afrofuturists also express their cultural concepts scientifically through the objective study of the future, using mathematic modeling and statistical forecasting to predict the likelihood of various future outcomes, and then setting goals and creating technologies to steer the course and bring about the most desired future. Afrofuturistic.
That shit right there was kind of a little bit technical, but basically what he's saying is like, you know, we do our own research. We don't rely on like, they said this, they said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are capable of learning, you capable of doing your own research and developing things based on your research. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Consciousness, that is, being conscious of the future of Africans and people of African descent, is a proactive mentality, which is goal-oriented, solution-based, and results-driven. Afrofuturists are concerned with creating reality for ourselves, rather than sitting back and being reactive, and having someone else create reality for us, and then complaining when things do not go our way. The dystopian
That's the part I like right there the most, where he said the Afrofuturist, you focus on creating reality for yourself, not sitting back and saying, man, don't nothing even matter, man, and then complain when shit ain't going right. You know what I mean? Like, no, everything I got a stake in, everything my image is a part of, I'm gonna take control of it. Cause if I don't, somebody else is. We been on that. We got music, we got sports, we got things we are overrepresented in, but we are underrepresented as far as having control over those things. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that need to be looked at. You know what I mean? But if you like, well, this just the way it is for us, then you never gonna be able to, you know, move forward into the future. We don't need to be invested in preserving the past, because the past is where all the fucked up shit happened at. We need to be invested in learning from the past and building the future. Let's go.
And present, in which Africans and people of African descent currently live, where we experience police brutality, police murdering us with impunity, where we have dysfunctional families, dysfunctional relationships, and we are socially and economically disempowered. All of these outcomes are the result of not having a proactive, Afro-futuristic consciousness, but rather, having a reactive, Afro-retroactive consciousness, which was more focused on the past, rather than the future. The same mental processes of inductive reasoning that enable you to reconstruct the past, are the same mental processes which enable you to foretell, forecast, or predict the future. The greatness that Africans and people of African descent once.
Hey, and he just said something right there. I don't know, it might have went over a couple heads, but he was like, the same things that you basically should, if you don't understand your past and your history, you doomed to repeat it. But the same thing that make you understand your past and what you don't want to repeat about your past could help you also predict your future and determine where you want to go with your future. You know what I'm saying? This little Cyclops nigga giving y'all some game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This little animated, you know what I'm saying, Cyclops and shit, dropping major game on y'all head and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is out here, you know what I'm saying, talking to y'all straight from the fucking void and shit. You know what I'm saying? And probably gotta go back when he done with this shit. Nah, but yeah, it's real shit though. Let's go.
Enjoyed in the distant past, can once again be experienced in the coming utopian future. The past is the future, and the future is the past. The future positive history of the African race and our potential ability and capacity is limitless. Resurrection and eternal life will be made possible in the near future through science and technology. Would you want to spend an eternity living a life?
So he going deep and shit, and it's cool. Y'all could go check this out. The name of the channel is Big Head Scientist, and where he just said the future is the past and the past is the future and stuff like that. See, that's what I was just talking about. And when he was talking about, like, in the future, like, we will be able to live longer and do stuff like that, you know, that might sound like a motherfucker just saying some shit, but you got to think about it like this, man. Think about if we was able to put this money and expertise, like the same think tanks and the same development and research and all that go into those people's weapons that they always had to make sure they keep people in line that don't look like them. Think if we use that same technology and was that proactive how they was towards making weapons and controlling people and you know the subjugation of people. Think if we use that technology, man, we'll be making all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We'll be able to have all type of goods and services and shit like that, and you know what I'm saying, clean water, clean air, stuff like that. But we gotta be invested. It gotta matter to a motherfucker. If it don't matter to you, then you ain't really gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta make it matter, and then, you know what I'm saying, make it work for us and shit. So yeah, that's what I'm on, man. Afrofuturism. I wanted to go into that real fast, and you know, cause like I said, the dude, the little homie and shit, the little Cyclops homie was spitting a trillion gazillion dollars worth of game and shit, right? And that brings me to my next topic, the $1 million worth of game podcast, man. Shout out to Gilly, Rollo, you know what I'm saying? $1 million worth of game podcast, doing major shit for the culture, you know what I'm saying? That's the real discussions. And that Mav Hoffa podcast too. You fuck with Mav Hoffa, bro?
I haven't. No, I don't lie.
You check him out. Mav Hoffa got some good shit on there. They be getting into it on there too. But nah, on the $1 million worth of game podcast with Gilly and Wallo, they had Sauce Walker on there recently, and you know, he one of them people to where he real inherently, he one of them people that I met a lot of people like dude in the street, man. They inherently smart, you know what I'm saying? And they will make it because they smart, but they don't care about their aesthetic though. So this dude wear balls in his head, you know what I'm saying? All type of shit like that. But he still mess around and don't be blinding my viewers, nigga, with your watch and shit. I was just say, nah, he wear balls and all that shit in his head. He kind of talk a little funny, little country acting and shit, but dude is a smart motherfucker. He's a good businessman, and he got on this podcast, and he was really, the name of the podcast is $1 million worth of game. He got on here really kicking down some game and shit, you know what I'm saying? And he was saying some real shit about like revenue streams and stuff like that, and just it's something that, you know, you would look at somebody like him, and a lot of what I like about it is like this: you see somebody that look like he came from where you came from, you know what I'm saying, but you see this motherfucker actually knows something. I like for people to I like when people do that. Don't worry about your aesthetic and all that shit. Get your money first. You know what I'm saying? You could clean up later. You could worry about, cause we too much of a image-based people rather than like progress. Too much like, he's the best figurehead. He's, you know what I'm saying? We don't go after nobody that's really, or support nobody that's really trying to do some shit. We support the person that look the best in the part. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most shit niggas gonna have to cut out. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Knock that shit out, man.
So, you know, I like dude because he don't try to look no certain way, but he be kicking some game down. So I'm gonna give y'all a little snippet of this because we coming around on the 15-minute mark and shit. I gotta do some things and shit. So yeah, and two got some. He gotta get up out of here. Two got some business to take care of. So we gonna kind of try to end it on time. But yeah, this Sauce Walker though, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit, let y'all see a little bit of what he's talking about these residuals. Let's go.
Well, because some of these artists never make it. It's called a recouping. It's called to recoup. I'm a person. I'm from the streets. To recoup is to pay back a front. It's like in the dope game. I owe you some dope. I gave you some shit up front, and you owe me back a certain amount of money. If you don't pay me back in a certain amount of time, I'm gonna cut off the water on you, whatever that means. So at the end of the day, I don't never want to be in a person that's in a disposition that I am taking away the blessing and the ability to make money off of my music and off of the ownership of everything that I've created as a musician and as a content creator and as a composer, where certain people don't make it to levels in life where their music is making them money. And I understand certain people actually do need the boost and need the help from record labels to get to certain points. But if you're a person that can create an audience and create a fan base and create residual income and revenue off of music, you got to look at everything from a 10-year span. Like I was saying earlier, in the 10-year span, if you have an artist right now, he's in his 2-year prime, he's making $1 million a month, or he's making $300-400.
Now see right away, right there, he just said something that lets you know right there he got a business mindset, because in business, one of the most important things you got to be able to do is see, you got to have a long view. It's called macro management. You know, you have macroeconomics and you have microeconomics, you know, and with macro, you thinking of big things, you thinking of big amounts, you thinking of big time periods, 10-year yields, 20-year yields, you thinking along those terms. You're not just thinking about what am I finna get now in a month or two, or this quarter of this year, this quarter of this business year. Like, you got to think beyond that. And what are you talking about right now, man? Like the saying say, like it's saying in corner, man, it's $1 million worth of game right now. He talking about you gotta think about this shit, cause he going, well, I just let him kick it down. He gonna kick down some more shit. And this for everybody out here thinking of content creating, thinking about, cause he explained how, you know, everything you do, like I'm doing this shit right now. This is a digital product. This is IP. This is this is the original digital production that I'm doing right here. It's my own content creation with my own original commentary that I'm presenting in my own way. I'm using some footage from another video under you know, you can use things as long as you transform it, so it's like under the transformative rights or whatever, but this is my original thing that I'm putting out, you know what I'm saying? And he's talking about learning to treat everything you do like it matter, you know what I'm saying? Let's go.
$100,000 a month, expressing $20,000-$40,000 shows, but his music is making $1 million a month, $2 million a month. So he's gonna have a 2-3 year span that he might make at the end of the year. He might make $2 or $3 million at the end of the year. His music just made $20 million that year.
Let me ask you a question. Ballpark figure. This independent shit. How much you make a year? Ballpark figure.
I probably make like 200, whatever, 200, like 240 to 280 a month. So whatever that is times 12. This.
Y'all hear that shit? Let's do the math on that. 280,000 a month times 12. Let's see how much this fool make a year.
Shit, 2.8 at least, or 4.3 point.
Let me see. 280,000 times 12 equals. He making 3.3 million a year. 3.3, about 3.3 million a year. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I could go for 3 million a year. I think I could get there though. I used to think that shit was a lot of money, but I done seen some major money and shit. So I think if I buckle down, I think I could get there. Especially if you surround yourself with the right people and you listen to the people that know shit. Like I'm soaking this up right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did that apply to what I'm doing? Like, you know, man sharpen man, like steel sharpen steel. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. That's the purpose of this live stream I do. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
It's on the music side.
That's me. Oh, you just talking about just on?
Yeah, that's just right here.
Just
that's
off
just
in the phone. That ain't
yeah,
got
that's
nothing to
just
do
in the
with
phone.
shows and no features.
As you see, I'm showing y'all. I'm clicking on it's 36 artists right here. It's 36 artists right here. I click on any artist on here, anybody name, is gonna be some money pop up to them, and it's in the thousands, and it's different platforms. That's what a lot of artists don't know. You getting paid from each one of these different platforms a different revenue of money. Your YouTube check has nothing to do with your Hulu check. That has nothing to do with your Spotify check. That ain't got nothing to do with your Amazon Prime check. That ain't got nothing to do with your title check. And then you got the United Masters and then Apple and all these different, and then some of these different things have different levels that you have. You getting paid for premium, then you getting paid for YouTube Red, then you getting paid for this person got Apple Platinum subscription, so he paying an extra $35.
Hey, this nigga tripped me out, Sauce Walker, man, cause dog just he's somebody you could. You know how you know somebody, man, like they got money before they ever had to change who they was and shit. So they just ain't never changed and they just never gonna change and shit. Like they ain't gonna change how they talk. They ain't gonna change how they dress, and they gonna keep making money and shit, man. Like, dude is that guy. For real, let's go.
Dollars a month to get all the extra shit, and you his favorite artist. So these are extra amenities and pluses that you're getting paid out from these streaming companies, because these streaming companies, they don't care. They just want to pay directly to the consumer and directly to the creator. So in this new world that we living in, if you making music, it's easy to get your stuff on like a CD Baby or one of these distributors, a TuneCore or something like that, just to get started. And then once you get to another level, you search for distribution so that you can reach a wider audience. But at the end of the day, in my circumstance, I get paid 2 times a month. I get paid once a month for being Sauce Walker the rapper. Then I get paid once a month for being Sauce Walker the CEO. So it's you gotta think it's right. It's like in a.
Hey, And this one thing, you see, he said he get paid twice. One from being Sauce Walka the rapper, one from being Sauce Walka the CEO. Shout out to Nove. He said we are CEOs. He said we are CEOs and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. Some of y'all boss, which is yourself, just ain't shit and ain't doing shit for the company, which is you. You know what I'm saying? But we are some CEOs. Shit. He say he get paid twice. You know? But it's all about how you position yourself, though. This is a smart dude right here. For the purpose of copywriting and shit, I'm not gonna go too much deeper into it. I really wanted to just emphasize on the facts and figures of what he said he getting, like them numbers and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? So this nigga mess around and be like, this nigga mess around. Be like, man, we getting all this money and shit, and I ain't putting no albums out, I ain't putting no videos out, I ain't doing none of that, but I'm still getting my money and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things like that. Don't let nobody really, you know, make you think it's a certain way you gotta conform or nothing like that to get your money, because we really make the culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's for us to really control how it's even engaged and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Stop the cap.
So we got to get out there, man. Keep on. Everybody that's planning on doing something to feel like you got some shit to contribute, man, it's gonna mean something to somebody. Shit, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you might be sitting up here on $1 million worth of game with some balls in your head with a leather hat on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Sauce Walker is sitting up here like this making that face and shit, because this nigga said he make $280,000 a month. Listen, if I made $280,000 a month.
Man, if you catch dude or if you follow him on Instagram though, man, that dude be having all kind of commercials. Like, I mean, like he do commercials for anybody. I mean, anybody, dude. Monthly, daily, you know what I mean? And them views on the commercials that he do on them Instagram posts, it's always like a 250,000, 500,000 views on them posts.
Yeah,
so
that's
like,
what
he's
saying.
doing shit for like local people in Houston, dog. Like,
oh shit, smart. That's smart.
Local car lots, or he go up to Dallas and he doing things like that. Like, man, dude is getting his money all the way around.
Yeah.
And he getting every little artist that he can snatch up. Like,
you know what I like about
the guy from Japan. Like, he got the little cat from Japan and shit like that. Like, man, so he even reaching out.
You know what? You know what I like about Sauce Walka though? I like that, you know, he treated like, okay, I'ma try to get every different type of revenue stream I can. It don't matter if it's no big thing. You know how some rappers, they tend to try to floss out and be like, oh man, I made this deal for so and so. Like, he talking about ways to run it up. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's always, in my experience, like business, hustling, whatever, being able to run them numbers up is always more secure than trying to have like a big deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make this big thing go down and shit. If you could bust your bomb down, you know what I'm saying, and get that motherfucker off and shit, that's better than if you try to, man, I'm finna go try to meet the plug and shit and get, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You want to run them numbers up. That slow money is that long money and shit. I just put it like that, you know. And yeah, so you know, we gonna go on and end it like that, man. You know, I appreciate y'all checking me out on this Thursday. You know, we do the same thing every day at 1 o'clock. Try to get in a little bit of some of these topics. There's some shit I want to talk about tomorrow though, but I'ma save it. I ain't even gonna tell y'all. But yeah, shit getting crucial out here, man. Keep up with everything going on. If y'all got topics, hit me up. Shout out to Mac Buddy Gaming. Shout out to Below the Belt Boxing Broadcast. Shout out to $1 million worth of game podcast. You know, my homeboy Fresh. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy 2 back here always check in and shit. Got to check in person this time. You know, we try and get him back again on either tomorrow or on Monday. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I'm gonna contribute something to a little bit more heavier topic.
We're gonna talk about gentrification.
Man, Milwaukee gentrification in particular, man. We're gonna go all the way in on that.
Major shit y'all need to know about.
Everybody.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Milwaukee history and the whole nine. So tap in on that one, y'all.
Hell yeah. So on that note, man, love y'all. Thank y'all for checking in, man. And I'ma see y'all same time tomorrow.